Intuitively, when we think of the divine, thoughts of light and love and beauty and patience and understanding and compassion bathes our consciousness, bathes our minds. And when we assume the attitude of divinity, our relationships become meaningful, and we perceive and accomplish the cosmic lessons that they bring. This is the means by which the grand and glorious continuum of life evolves and contributes to all humankind. In the world of relationships, we must make choices. As we function in this world, we discover that there are alternatives for the actions, the thoughts, the motives, or beliefs facing us. To make wise choices, we need to always bear in mind the resources that are ours to use. Prudent thinking, the capacity to scrutinize, thinking are parts of our resources. Our will and our emotions must be poised and balanced. We must bring into consciousness some degree of foresight and futurity, for those will permit us to consider the consequences. The recognition of choices is extremely important to the student seeking growth and spirituality. The art of being aware of choices and then exercising and demonstrating wisdom in selection must be acquired. In the process of learning to make wise choices, many spiritual attributes are developed. As human beings, we recognize that free will is an inherent human attribute and right. We must also realize that as human beings, we must accept and live with our choices and our preferences, be they good or bad. The student should regard this as a right as well as a divine endowment. We are taught that we must walk through the pillars of the opposite. This means that we must also wrestle with the pairs of opposites. In so doing, we learn to acquiesce in favor of a greater principle over a lesser one. Here is where we learn to distinguish between good, better, and best, and to realize that the good of the whole transcends self-interest and the ego. Here is where the sincere student begins to exercise the free will and gradually use its tremendous and enormous power for spiritual purposes, for right action, for right relationship. We must come increasingly aware that life with its myriad experiences is not something that happens to us unbidding. It is a creative work for which we are the artist, we are the architect, engineer, and builder. By experiencing chaos, we sometimes learn how to make life's best choices. Questions will appear to be more simple and yet of utmost importance. For as the student is drawn to seek the master within and hence is drawn closer to his or her soul, this influence will make the time of choice become clear and well defined. So mote it be. Let's apply what we have learned. Close the eyes and sit in contemplation for a few moments regarding the continuum of life and how you have been a part of this great and grand continuum. Then visualize your participation in your present life.